In a small village in Africa, under a hot and endless sun, there lived a brave young girl named Amani. Her village was close to a great savanna and surrounded by tall, whispering trees. But for many months, the land had been dry. The river had shrunk, the crops had withered, and the people began to lose hope. The village elders told a story of a wise, ancient Baobab tree hidden deep in the forest. This was no ordinary tree. It was said to speak and hold the secret to bringing water and rain back to the land. The legend promised that if someone with a pure heart asked the tree for help, it would show the way to a hidden spring on a mountain called the Mountain of Hope. One hot day, Amani listened carefully as the elders spoke of the magical Baobab tree. A light of hope shone in her eyes. Even though she was young, Amani felt that she must help her people. With a small bag of food and water, she said goodbye to her family. Her mother wrapped her in a warm embrace and whispered, "Be brave, my child. Follow your heart and return safely." Her father handed her a little carved charm saying, "This will keep you safe on your journey." Amani set off along dusty paths that led away from the village. The earth was hard under her feet, and the sun beat down on her, but she did not stop. As she walked, she met a small, curious monkey named Kito. The monkey jumped onto her shoulder and said in a friendly voice, "Hello, Amani. I will help you on your journey." Surprised and happy, Amani replied, "Thank you, Kito. I'm looking for the wise Baobab tree. Will you come with me?" Kito nodded eagerly, and together they continued along the path. Soon they came to a shallow river with a log lying across it like a bridge. The water was low, but the gap was wide. Amani felt a flutter of fear in her heart. Sensing her worry, Kito said, "Do not worry, Amani. I will help you cross." Step by step, they walked on the creaking log until they reached the other side. Amani looked back with pride, knowing that she had overcome a small challenge. Deep in the forest, the air grew cool and the scent of earth and leaves filled her nose. The trees here were old, and their branches reached out like welcoming arms. As they walked, a gentle deer named Zuri stepped out from behind the bushes. Zuri spoke softly, "I know why you have come, Amani. The great Baobab tree waits for you, but remember, the journey will test your kindness and bravery." Amani smiled and said, "I will do my best. Please guide us, Zuri." With gentle steps, the deer led Amani and Kito to a clearing. In the middle of the clearing stood the ancient Baobab tree. Its trunk was wide and strong, and its branches spread high like arms reaching for the sky. Amani stepped forward slowly and spoke, "Great Baobab tree, I am Amani from a village in need. My people suffer from a long drought, and I come to ask for your help. Can you tell me how to bring water and rain back to our land?" For a long moment, the tree was silent. Then, in a deep and gentle voice, it answered, "Amani, your heart is pure and brave. To bring water back to your people, you must find the hidden spring on the Mountain of Hope. There you will find the water that has been lost from the land. But know this, your journey will be long and you must face many challenges. Listen to the song of the wind, for it will guide you." Amani listened with care and asked, "How do I find the Mountain of Hope?" The Baobab replied, "Follow the soft song of the wind. It will lead you to the mountain. And always remember, kindness and patience are your strongest guides." With gratitude in her heart, Amani thanked the Baobab tree. Along with Kito and Zuri, she set out once more. As they walked, a gentle breeze began to sing, a soft melody that seemed to call her name. Amani followed the sound, feeling as though the wind was a friend guiding her path. They walked along winding paths, climbed small hills, and pushed through thick bushes. Even though the journey was tiring, Amani kept the tree's words close to her heart. After many hours, the trio reached the foot of a tall mountain. Its peak disappeared into soft white clouds. Amani felt a mix of excitement and nervousness as she looked up at the steep climb ahead. Taking a deep breath, Amani began her ascent. The climb was steep and the path was rocky. At times, a strong wind nearly pushed her back. Kito held her hand with his tiny paws and Zuri stayed close by, watching carefully. Amani paused and listened to the wind, and in its gentle whispers, she heard words of courage. "Keep going, Amani. You are strong and kind. Your heart will guide you." With renewed strength, she climbed higher. Finally, near the peak of the mountain, Amani found a small cave. Inside, the walls shone with a damp, glowing light. A soft sound of dripping water echoed through the cave. Following the sound, Amani discovered a hidden spring. The water was clear and cool, and in the middle of the spring lay a smooth, ancient stone covered in carvings. Amani understood at once that this was the water her people so desperately needed. She carefully filled a small container with the water. The moment she did, the cave filled with a gentle, glowing light, and a soft rain began to fall inside. Amani smiled, filled with hope, and thanked the hidden spring. With the precious water safely in her container, Amani began her journey back to the village. The descent down the mountain was easier, for now she carried the joy of her success in her heart. The wind again sang its gentle melody as Kito and Zuri trotted happily beside her. When Amani finally returned to the village, the people rushed out to greet her with joyful cheers. They had waited and hoped for a miracle, and now that miracle was here. Amani poured the cool water from the spring into the old village well. At that moment, dark clouds gathered in the sky, and soft rain began to fall over the land. The rain started as a gentle drizzle and soon grew into a warm, steady shower. The river filled once again, and the crops began to drink the water they had long missed. That night, the village celebrated with dancing, singing, and storytelling. Under a sky full of bright stars, the elders told tales of old and sang songs of hope. The long drought was over, and everyone learned that even the smallest and youngest among them could bring great change with a brave and kind heart. Amani's journey has shown her people that nature holds secrets for those who listen. The talking Baobab tree, the song of the wind, and the hidden spring had all come together to save the land. And from that day on, whenever the rain fell gently on the dusty earth, the people remembered Amani, Kito, Zuri, and the wisdom of nature that had brought life back to their home. Thank you for watching this video. Please support this new channel and help us get to our first 100 subscribers. Thank you.